Copenhagen 4, Manchester United 3. We just got robbed. We were shocking in defence. We were petulant. I don't know. There's lots of ways we can describe United's performance tonight. There's so many, there's so many parts to that game that we're just going to struggle to dissect and understand. Obviously, the major talking point in that game has got to be the refereeing and the way that it was officiated. It really was. Honestly, everyone can look at it and judge the decisions for themselves. I'll just give my opinion on it now, and you guys can leave your comments in and let me know what you think, because I honestly thought that the referee changed the game completely. I didn't think the Rashford challenge was a red card. I really didn't. The fact that he wasn't even looking at the player, he was finding his feet, trying to protect the ball, and the player's foot was there. You cannot say that that's malicious. You cannot say that's dangerous play or intentional. So for me, I don't think that's a red card. Obviously, UEFA's and the European rules, Champions League rules, whatever they are, they're completely different to what we're used to in the Premier League. It was a yellow card at best. And then from that moment on, United lost all control of the game. It was a to and fro game. It could have gone either way. United, I thought, had moments in the second half where we controlled it. We were brilliant with 10 men. We looked like a proper outfit. And to be fair to Copenhagen, they just took advantage of what was dealt them. We were dealt rotten cards by the referee. I don't think it was a penalty. And that showed for me the fact that the penalty in the second half for Manchester United wasn't a penalty either, but the referee had to even it up because of how they're officiating it. So no matter what you look at, if you're looking at it as a United fan, or if you're not, and you're saying we're moaning about what's happened, you have to absolutely go in on the officiating of that game. The refereeing was absolutely diabolical. Neither were a penalty, and that wasn't a red card. It wasn't. It's an absolute joke. The fact that they're having to upload that, all we're talking about is VAR, referees, not about a game that was 4-3. But the fact that it was 4-3 was simply because of how the referees officiated the game. You cannot deny that that's how that game was. That's how that game went down tonight. It was an absolute joke from the start in terms of how fouls were given, how the yellow cards were given, how yellow cards weren't given. Oh, man, it was just unbelievable. And United came out on the wrong end of it and now look like we're going out of Europe completely. I said before the game I didn't want to be in the Europa League. Looks like I might get my wish, but I was hoping it was going to be because we were actually into the last 16 of the Champions League. We now have to beat Bayern. We now have to beat Galatasaray. That's 2 defeats away from home for Manchester United in the Champions League and 1 at home. You have confidence that we can go away to Galatasaray? I don't. I really don't. I don't think we've got the mentality within this squad and within this team to actually go there in that atmosphere, under them conditions, and actually get what we need, which is a win. If we win that game, then it's back into our hands again, and the group turns around on its head yet again. But we said it tonight. If we won tonight, then it's all in our hands. It was in our hands until we had an absolute meltdown at the back. And this is where I go away from how the officiating controlled the game, ruined the game, and go back to how poor Manchester United are and how we dealt with that last 20 minutes. The defending alone was just on a par with something I've seen in non-league football. Raphael Varane, hang your head in shame, son. Hang your head in shame. If you feel like you're being hard done to or not, you come on the pitch and you be professional. From the word go, it looked like you did not want to be there. You were at fault for the first goal and you were at fault for the third goal, I think it was, as well. Lackluster is an understatement for Manchester United and how we're defending at the moment. Yes, we lost Johnny Evans. The fact that we're saying we lost Johnny Evans and the game went to pot is embarrassing on its own. It really is. It's an absolute joke right now, Manchester United's defence. Diogo Dalot has gone back 2 seasons. The progress that he made last season has been completely wiped out. And right now, he's back to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer form. How he lost his man for that third goal at the back stick. It was calamitous. Varane completely missed the ball in the first place. Then a shot was hit, which was completely mishit. It didn't go out of play. It spun in play. And United just didn't react to it. And then from that cross, Delo's sleeping and his man comes in round the back and it's 3-3, and then we are really up against it. Can you hang on? No, you can't, because we cannot defend to save our lives. It just goes to show that both away games this season in the Champions League, we conceded 4 in each of them games. Manchester United have conceded 11 goals in the Champions League this season. No, we've not conceded 11 goals, have we? Yeah, we've conceded 11 goals this season in 4 games in the Champions League. That is just that is mind-boggling. That is really, really poor. And you know what? You deserve what you get in the Champions League at that level, no matter who it is. And Copenhagen and Galatasaray, I've not thought anything of. I don't think they've been any good at all, and they've still managed to bag goals against us because we're that bad. It really is just it's a shame. It's saddening how bad we are right now. And then you look at other parts of that game. It's like there was a lot of positives from that game for Manchester United tonight. I feel sorry for Rasmus Højlund again. What is the point in him doing anything? Again, he gets a double. Rasmus Højlund has got 2 braces in the Champions League this season. He's lost both games because the defense is so shit. This is where we are right now. I mean, honestly, I cannot believe how bad we are at the back. It is basic 101 defending that we cannot do. Picking up your runner, tracking your man, being aware of who is behind you, talking, communicating. It's just non-existent in this football team right now. We are an absolute disgrace to the shirt when it comes to defending. The positives are Rasmus Højlund, the fact that that game changed on the referee's decision, and we probably would have won 3 or 4-0. We were battering them. But I'm not going to let the ineptitude of our defending get away with it. I'm not going to let that get swept under the carpet because of the officiating. I think the officiating was probably on a par with our defending tonight and how bad we were. That's how crap our defense is right now. That was the worst refereeing I've ever seen in my life. It was absolutely ridiculous how he changed that game. But our defending alongside that equaled it. It was easily just as bad. Manchester United are, like I said, we are in the pits right now. I don't know where we go. The positivity of Fulham, it looked like tonight was on that road. We've seen so many good signs early doors in that game. But then the United of early on in this season has just come in and completely wiped out. There was a moment there. And again, Ten Hag's in-game management is going to come into focus again. Why did you bring Mason Mount on from Rasmus Højlund? Why did we lose? You're down to 10 men, and sometimes you have to go long to relieve the pressure. And you have to pump the ball up to someone who can hold the ball up. Surely you can keep Rasmus Højlund on for another 5 minutes and not lose that game. No, he didn't. He brought Mason Mount on, who did absolutely nothing in that game. What was the point of that decision, Eric? Honestly, do not know what the point was in it. And it was an absolute disgrace. Again, that word disgrace comes into so many parts of describing what that game was tonight. It was comical at times for Manchester United. It really was. I was lost for words. Lost for words. Oh, Claire said, Adam, we are finished. Horrific. Why is anyone slagging off Evans and Maguire? You could see why Varane hasn't been playing. I mean, Sponge 10, I just mentioned Varane, he needs to hang his head in shame. He really does. Best players are not good enough. Frank Davidson says decisions on the bench are just not acceptable. It needs explaining. I'm just watching the goal back from Delo there. Not marking on the back stick. Oh, it goes through me. Rob, hi Adam. Bad result, mate. Not great. Toast man that you used to call me. Toastman used to call me at the cafe, but most teams seem to have us on toast these days. Yeah, Rob, honestly, mate. I'm lost. If you watch me in that watch along, cheers for everyone who was tuning into that. Then you'd have seen me just completely lose the plot. I cannot believe what I'm watching. I'm going to run through the player ratings quickly to a man. Anana, and guys, let me know what you think on this one through all of these. Anana, could he have done better with some of them goals? He's got his hand to a couple. 5 out of 10 for Anana. He conceded 4 goals. Could he have organised his defence any better? Oh, his communication a problem at the back there. You don't concede this many goals. You can't concede this many goals, and you'd be looking forward to the next game thinking that you are going to be in a better position. It just looks like we're going backwards in defence right now. Manana gets a 5 for me. Uh, it's the ref's fault. Same record, Adam. Yeah, no, the ref did play a big part in this game, but I'm not letting our defence off. Dallo, 2 out of 10. Appalling tonight. Absolutely appalling again. Really, I'm struggling with Dallo at the moment. He's really disappointing me. I love Dallo. I thought he was one of our best improved players last season. I've said this so many times already. And tonight he let us down yet again. Really, really bad. Kaz says there, no presence for an Arnoff. No, that's a good point. It really is. Is that affecting the defence? Harry Maguire. Oh, I mean, I thought he was unlucky with the handball. He had moments where he defended really well. But he's part of a defence there that's conceded 4. Maguire gets a 5. Johnny Evans not on long enough, 4 injured. Varane, when he came on, I'll bring on the substitutes for their positions as we go through the first team as well. Varane, 1. I thought you were an absolute disgrace tonight. He looked like he didn't want to be there, Varane. Honestly, I've never been so disappointed in a player. This is a guy who just epitomises professionalism all the way through his career. And now, because of something that's going on behind the scenes at Manchester United, it clearly looks like you've down tools. He was at fault for 2 of the goals tonight. 1 out of 10 for Varane. Everyone may go in on me and say you're being harsh, Adam. I don't care. Varane, absolute disgrace tonight. Wan-Bissaka I thought was decent again. I feel sorry for him. I feel like Wan-Bissaka is like a Highland at the moment. He's putting in his shift and he's doing exactly what he needs to do. Brilliant vision for the first goal. I thought he was working really well with Rashford down the right-hand side, and maybe that's something we can work on with Rashford and Wan-Bissaka. Thought their communication and their link-up was excellent on the right, and that might be a way forward. But, again, he's in a defence that's conceded 4 goals. So he has to be part of the issue, doesn't he? I'll give him a 5 because no, actually, that's too harsh. That's 6 for Wan-Bissaka. He's the highest mark so far. 6. We've lost away at Copenhagen. We conceded 4. 6 for Wan-Bissaka. Into midfield, Bruno, I thought was better tonight. I thought he was involved in 2 of the goals, got the penalty, tucked it away. Brilliant penalty. I thought he was back to some of the old Bruno tonight. Still a few stray passes, but effective going forward. Linked up the play really well in transition. I thought Bruno was a 6 out of 10. Scott McTominay flattered to deceive a little bit. How he missed that chance, although Bruno's ball wasn't the best to him in the second half. Moments like that could have really just killed that game off. And that's what United don't do at the moment. We're not able to kill teams off. We just look vulnerable constantly. McTominay, a 5 out of 10. Ericsson, non-existent. I mean, where was he? Hauled off at half-time. He was probably the make weight. I'll give Ericsson a 4. I'm really not happy with him either at the moment. Mason Mount, when he came on, wasted time completely. I don't know what that substitution was all about. I can't really blame Mount. He wasn't brought on in his right position. Amrabat did a job in the second half. He was part of the possession game early doors, which we looked really good at, and we were controlling the game. I give Amrabat a 4. I give him a 4. Give Mason Mount a 4 as well. And he came on. Into the front line, man of the match, Highlands, absolutely brilliant tonight. He gets an 8 out of 10 for me. Again, I just feel sorry for him. Like I said earlier on, Highland has scored 2 goals in the Champions League in 2 different games now and been on the losing side twice because our defence is so bad. And it's such a shame for the lad. He's doing everything he possibly can. I mean, that's 4 goals in 4 games in the Champions League for Rasmus Highland. And he's lost 4. He's lost 3 games out of the 4. I've never felt so sorry for a player in my whole life. But 8 out of 10 tonight. Our best player, most effective. Rashford, unlucky. Looked like I said, he was really building a decent partnership up with Wan-Bissaka. I can't really judge him. Thought his touch from the long ball from Bruno for the first goal was outstanding. He had some really nice touches, and he looked could have really caused problems for them tonight. I actually called out Rashford. I thought this is a big game for him, and it looked like he was building up to having one of them as well. And that red card just, oh man, devastated. But obviously, he got a red card, and it changed the game. 4 out of 10 for Rashford. Feel sorry for him a little bit, but getting his contribution was that, wasn't it? That's what it was. Garnacho, I'm absolutely loving this guy at the moment. His work rate, everything, the effort that he put in again tonight. It was Fulham all over, but even more effective. Really, really unlucky. Involved in that second goal as well for Highland, which should have been the one that killed the game off. Went through, good effort, pulled the save. Highland finished it off. But my God, another player I just feel really sorry for. He's giving his heart out there. And you know what? There are some players that really are giving everything, and they're being let down by some petulance, some sheer petulance within the senior players in this football team right now. It is no joke anymore. It's embarrassing. Yeah, 6 out of 10 for Garnacho for me. I thought he had another decent game, really good. Consistency is coming now for Garnacho, and it's a positive to take from it. Uh, Mike, give me a chance, mate. No response. I'm trying to get through my ratings, buddy, and you don't have to cross over to him. I'm just going through everyone else's comments right now. Bizaka, Highland, and Garnacho is a future off. They were all my best players. Losing a man always make it very hard. I remember Bizaka got a 6. Why is it that Ten Hag falls out with players a lot? This is not normal. Is it the players? Is it Ten Hag? I mean, one thing you can go in on Ten Hag is that in-game management today and the substitution. Again, we have to talk about it. It's just embarrassing. Ten Hag, rubbish at coaching, recruitment, man management. Why is he still here? Oh, pressure is on now. Pressure is on big time. Ten Hag. So Jim and his people need to be in place ASAP. I still trust Ten Hag, but his signings haven't been great, and our recruitment needs starting before January window. Mount could be our worst signing ever, says Bobcat. Uh, this team has fragile stamped on their ass. Varane was terrible, says Tom. Yep, agreed. That's Salford. Highland is going to be the real deal. I can see it. Yeah, Highland does look like a real playoff. He's come alive in the Champions League this season, hasn't he? Oh, he's actually got 5 goals in the Champions League. Rasmus Highland. So yeah, it's sad. It's really sad. It really is for him. I'm absolutely devastated for Highland. I'm not having it tonight, Adam. The lads let a lot of people down. They did, mate. Later on in that game, they did. After such a promise. Okay, thanks. I'm back, says Mike. No problem, Mike. Just a lot to get through, buddy. Stick with it, pal. It is. I got so much to say after that game, honestly. Delete Club Blood. Yeah, fantastic results, says Mark. Clearly not a United fan. Another one who's going to be rubbing it in. I believe I'm actually going on TalkSport in the morning. I've got to talk about that game again on TalkSport. Oh, I'm just watching this back here. The United players have flicking mud out of their studs, thinking that a ball has gone out. Played to the whistle. Have you ever heard of that? Comes back out. The cross comes back in. Dello absolutely sleeping. Wow. Talk about absolutely pathetic. I just watched that goal back and it's cringeworthy. Absolutely cringeworthy. Oh, God, it's frightening. It really is frightening how bad that was. Where were the subs? Sorry, but we were unlucky. Yes, we was in the first half, but that defending is inexcusable, mate. Honestly, inexcusable. Jack Randall, I was actually proud of the boys tonight for the first time this season. They fought, they battled all over the pitch. Very unlucky and battled over half the game with 10 men. Yeah, Jack, honestly, mate, I'm not putting a full negative on this. I have to just say it as it is. And the defending in that second half, it is inexcusable. It really is. There's no words to describe it, honestly. It's absolutely pathetic. And you know what? It was all unavoidable. It was easily unavoidable. Varane was dreadful. United vibe, where you from? Ah, mate, I'm from Manchester. Can't pick it up on the accent. No. Is the Amrabat deal on obligation to buy? He looks leggy all the time. No, it's not, Leo. Sorry, Luke. He's not. He's not on obligation to buy. We didn't put that in. We can probably see why now. Anyone else think Shaw and the butt shot needed back ASAP? Yep, I'm one of them. Definitely need Shaw back. Definitely needs Leach back as well. Varane is dead though, so Leach needs a new partner. I think Varane's gone in January. I think that tonight showed why Varane is being exiled. at the moment, he clearly does not wanna be there. He didn't look like he wanted to be on that pitch tonight. He wasn't ready to come on. I know it was a bit of a shock, but took him ages to get on the pitch and never really got into the swing of the game. Instead, at fault for the first goal and definitely at fault, I think it was the 3rd or the 4th. I've lost count. I'm trying to think back to the goals now. There was that many mistakes all the way through. It's hard to keep up with United at the moment. I'm really sorry if it sounds like I am being negative, but yeah, I understand the unlucky part to that, and we were hard done to by that referee, and I went in on that big time. The fact that everyone's talking about that, yes, but the mistakes in the second half, they're just simple, basic defending, and we just couldn't do it. Can I just say welcome to the top of the league? Hope you had a fun yesterday and 7-1. 7-1? I don't know what that means. 7-1? Maybe I don't. I'll figure it out. Maybe is it a result in the past for United? Ah, that's it. You changed it to 7-0 now. Take it, you're a Liverpool fan. Zang. Well, yeah, guys, that pretty much sums up tonight's action. Oh, it was an absolute roller coaster. Tonight was brilliant for the channel, the members, the super chats, the contribution and comments from you guys were absolutely on the money. It's been an absolute ball. Apart from again, we were let down, absolutely let down by our team in the end, and the referee. And tonight was beyond a disgrace. Absolute farce. Absolute farce. What happens with Eric from here? I do not know. That Luton game now at weekend. Oh my god, the pressure is on again. It really is, guys. Absolutely love it. Cheers for watching. It's been an absolutely brilliant night for us as a community and everything else. But yeah, football let us down again. Onwards and upwards. And I'll say it as the players are going to say it, and it's going to pain you. We go again. Good night, everybody. I'll see you all tomorrow.